Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dating Over 50. This is D Love, and I'm back with another conversation with G. And today we're going to ask, how important is sex for men over 50?
Ooh.
Is it still as important as it was between 16 and 40? Or,
Ooh. That's a tough one. Because I'm thinking about my friend. I could talk for me. Very important. Top. Very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Very important to me. I'm thinking about my girl right now when I say this. I love her so much that I get love from different places. It ain't sexually. But when you first initially asked the question, I thought about my upbringing. That was everything to me. That was the ultimate goal. And that was most men's ultimate goal. It's important to know when and when not sex. And that may sound, usually we don't judge, we just want to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But timing is everything when it comes down to sex when you're over 50. Because sometimes when I'm tired, as much as I want to and my body won't allow me to, that next morning you get up, you feel like you didn't do, something was incomplete about that night.
Mm-hmm.
When everything was going good and then you fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that it wasn't important to me. That meant that my body couldn't do it that night.
Okay.
Now, you try to recreate that the next night, it ain't the same. So it's important to me that I please my woman.
Okay.
That's very important to me. But on the flip side of that is, when you're with a woman who's mature, it doesn't have to be first and foremost.
Okay.
But again, I want to say this. I'll make sure I put this as a disclaimer. Most men love to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying having sex. Not make love, have sex.
Okay.
And that you ask me to have sex.
Okay.
You got to know how to have sex with your woman. You got to know how to make love to your woman.
Ooh. So you do realize there's a difference?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And people think because them quickies, they think that ain't making love. That could be making love if you've done it at the right time.
Right.
In the right moment. That could be making love. You put a good 3 minutes in, woo! It's better than that 30 minutes that you sweat and lost 10 pounds on. If you've done it at the right time.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about my friends right now. I'm not thinking about me.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my friends, sex is very important.
Okay.
Very important. Like I just told you recently, the guy, 9 months, she came up for one day to give no sex. He put her back on the plane.
Okay.
So.
Well, and one of my questions about it is as you over 50, unfortunately, a lot of our men, black men, are dealing with health issues, diabetes, high blood pressure. Everybody's popping some pill or something. So even though they're not able to perform like they used to, they still have putting the importance on a function that they can no longer do.
Yes, they can. They can. They could prep for it now.
They could prep.
Before they didn't have to prep.
Oh, okay.
Now they got to prep. That's it.
That's
they
it.
think they had to prep for it.
But sometimes they don't even prep. You know what I mean? It's just they come to the table and they, and it's like, really? And so then it becomes all these other requirements that are needed for me to do to get them prepped and ready.
Well, do it.
Well, what?
Do it. Nike, just do it. You see how you said that, like, for me to do, like, he putting this work on me. Do it. Damn it. I keep on telling you that, D-Love, stop playing so much. Do it. You're a sniper. You only got one job. You can't miss. The moment came, make it happen. You can't be talking about, I'm tired of working on this, I'm tired of work. Girl,
You just said you went to sleep.
that's fine. I'm the man. See, there we go again. Didn't I tell you got to feed his ego? See, you can't do what I do. When y'all learn this, I still have a male ego, sleep or not. I have a male ego.
Okay.
And I still need to be stroked.
Okay.
Literally and physically. Emotionally. All that. I'm dead ass.
So even if the man can't do it like he used to, I'm supposed to do what?
Find what to do to to make him get there. Even you got to drop something in his drink beforehand to make sure he ready.
Okay, so how does the man see that? Meaning, you realize that you're not the same viral man that you used to be, if this is the case. Mm-hmm. So do you recognize that? Do you know that I'm not putting it down like that?
I have friends that recognize that. I have girlfriends who saying that they have a problem with their man. One of them is going to therapy right now. She divorced her other one because he wouldn't go to therapy to find out what's going on, what you need, go to the doctor. That's what she had the problem with, because, okay, you know it's a problem, and I still need to be satisfied, and you're not doing what it takes. So they end up getting a divorce. If you're friends, again, you should be able to talk about this, and you should be able to get him to the doctor or get him what he needs if he's interested in having sex. If he's really pushing it, but then he's not performing.
Right.
Because then you're not.
Right.
So then actually he's pushing you somewhere else, to be honest with you.
Right.
He's getting you all hot and bothered, and now you got to go somewhere else. So if you're friends, again, that's big with me. Friends and fun is big. You got to be friends. If you're friends, you can be able to talk to them about it. Y'all can talk about, oh boy, you know you went to sleep last night. You know, don't get me hot and bothered no more. I'm gonna go down the street and go see Johnny. You know, yeah, I'm gonna get the milkman. I'm gonna get the mailman. You got to be able to have jokes with it instead of
just put it out there.
Right.
What was that?
Right. Exactly. Right. All that mean stuff. You got to be friends. You got to, And then after that, if you don't do something, then you may have to look into something else. That means he don't care, he's selfish and all that. Now, if he's selfish and ain't performing, hit the door, pal. But if you're willing to work and you know something is going on with you, you don't want to work out and get up and do some things to make you better and make us better, especially if you got this at the top of your list,
right.
You need to put this at the bottom of your list.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, meaning it's still at the top of your list, but your performance is no longer at the top of your A game. But yet, so that's what I'm saying. So where does a man come in and say, you know what, if I'm not doing all I need to do, then either I drop it down to the list or, like you said, we talk about it. So I can then let you know, I do realize that I'm not bringing it like I used to. And when I'm coming at you, I am in my mind thinking I can do this, but once we get there, it doesn't. I mean, like you said, because if we're really friends, we can talk about that. Correct. Meaning you're not coming to me knowing you can't perform. You're coming to me thinking that you're ready, and then it's not happening. And I need to know what then do I need to do to make it, like you said, make it okay, stroke your ego about it, and then let's figure out how to correct that.
That's the professional athlete who's not realizing that his career is at the end.
Exactly.
And he still want to get 48 minutes.
Right.
And he can't do it.
Right. So how does that? How do I bench him as the coach? What do I do?
Well, how you bench him as a coach? You tell him when at the end of the season, you tell him, hey, listen, your 48 minutes. I'm bringing somebody else in here. I'm gonna start letting this man get some of your minutes.
Then he gonna want to get off the team. Come on now.
No. Just, when you realize you got to come off the bench and you accept your role, or you can't accept your role, then you're going to end up getting traded from team to team to team to team. That's how it goes. Right. And that's you got to come to him in some form of fashion that he understands. And you may have to use this analogy that I'm using. You was once a star player, but now you only can be a star for 2 quarters, not 4. So let's put it in perspective and say we're going to do it twice a month instead of twice a week. You can't do that no more. And we'll make it special. We'll make sure we got all the cocktails we need to get you where you need to be. And that's going to be...
Because I still want you on my team.
Absolutely.
Because you're still valuable player.
Absolutely.
Just not...
And you can teach the others. Because he got to be able to teach his sons and stuff.
Right.
He got to let them know. He got to pass it down. He got what you keep older people on the team for, so they can teach the rookies. Right. So he has to be able to teach his sons, his nephews. This communication is what we talked about, right? So if he starts doing that now and understands that a breakdown is coming and is here, he should teach his sons, his nephews, and anybody else that he has some type of relationship with. This is going to happen, kid. So you want him on the team because you love him. And you want him on the team because he did perform and he earned it. He earned your loyalty. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you just got to know how to present that to him.
And so you do agree then, if you're not able to do all 48 minutes, then you do need to have the conversation about it. Because again, no one wants to be there in that situation and not being satisfied, or it becomes work.
Absolutely.
And
you see how your ass roll back in your head and say, I gotta. Yeah, because it becomes work to y'all. And then you was like, hold on now, partner, you gotta at one point recognize that you ain't that no more.
right.
So
And will you guys recognize that? That's what I'm saying. Will you recognize that on your own? No.
Yeah, you definitely recognize
Okay.
it. You recognize when Peter ain't tapping you on the shoulder to get up no more. You recognize that.
Okay.
When you don't have that mountaintop in the morning when you wake up, I'm pretty sure you recognize that.
Okay.
You know.
But have we, I mean, we've had the conversations where where you've told me that they believe it's the person that they're laying next to and not their own equipment.
And in my experience with my friends, 60% of the time it was a woman. When I tell them there ain't nothing wrong with you, it's her, and they went and got somebody else, and they called me back the next day. You remember I told you that story?
Yes, I do. That's why I bring it up.
And they came back the next day like, yeah. Because sometimes you can have so much in your relationship, so much clog, and so much bad stuff, you can't get past that. Sex ain't nothing but mental. You can't get past the mental aspect, you're not going to perform. You're not sending a message down to little Peter. He ain't standing up. This ain't no standing ovation of occasion. Sound. This ain't no standing ovation occasion.
Peter didn't get the message.
You know, because when the right one walk in the room, the right stuff, Peter going to stand up and he going to salute. Hey, girl, hey.
So it can be the woman. You know, because again, we're not having fun anymore. We're not doing anything else, and it's become that whatever.
It become a task.
A task.
You roll your eyes and say, "Oh, I gotta." That we received that. We received that. Whether you thought we didn't or not, we received that. You could tell when a woman down there doing. I told you that before. You could tell when a woman down there doing it to pleasure you, or just doing it to to get a task done. It's a difference when you do it with love.
Yeah, you do keep telling me that.
Hey, I'm putting you like this. I could tell. I could tell from the time you walk in the room what you on. If you really here to please each other, or you just going through the motions, or you get to the next step.
But you sleep, okay.
Yeah. No, you gotta be asleep. You want to get outside. You want to get this about of them. Whatever your task is for that day. But it's a task, and once you label it a task, that's what your mind tells yourself. It's a task. Your body reacts to it. Let me hurry and do this. And now you're using your hand more than your mouth. And all that little stuff, the trick that y'all think y'all do.
You guys are clearly aware of what's going on.
Oh, absolutely. Because when I left there, I went somewhere else and they done it no hands. Look at me, no hands.
All right, G. You always talking about leaving and going someplace else.
I told you that's one of my problems.
This is the problem, exactly.
Yeah.
And so now I'm down trying to talk to Peter, and then knowing that you go, so why do I want to talk to Peter if I know somebody else is going to be talking to him too?
You better start singing into the mic right. Your rap better be a little bit better than hers. You better start hitting that mic a little bit tougher and mean it. And stop coming here with that jive. If my daddy say that jive, you better you better start rapping to the mic accordingly. Nah, stop playing. Going around here bebopping, going all around the box. Hit the mic. Cause she coming in, that young one coming in doing no hands and telling you do want to bring a friend. So you can stop thinking about what she's doing and concentrate on what you're supposed to be doing.
Again, enjoying the moment and having fun.
Having fun. Right.
And if somebody else has to talk to the mic,
yes, you've done what you're supposed to do.
What I was
right.
Oh my God.
You can all of your friends, you slap them on the butt and tell her, now go see what she could do. See if she can match that. You can laugh and talk about it. Friendship at 50, if you don't know how to have a friendship with somebody, dating ain't for you. It just ain't for you. If you got all these things, have all these things that he got to do and all this, and you're not going to be his friend, and you're going to be judging and all this stuff, it ain't for you. Just go and be single. Get in that left lane, ride that road all the way to the end, and don't experience nothing but guilt, loneliness. You're going to experience all that if you're not willing to be someone and learn and laugh and love. And you can't say that nothing's going to happen. You still can't say, D, that nothing's going to happen. You still have to have your hands open to the good and the bad. And I'm going to do some bad. You know why? My daddy done bad. His daddy done bad. His daddy done bad. Your mama done bad. Your mama. That's what we do. We humans. Stop looking for this thing where he this, he that, he all that, because it's going to be a time when he ain't this and all that.
Yeah.
So why can't you just love him as a friend and be cool as a friend? And we can go to Tahiti on your dollar. And when I get some, I can take you to Wisconsin because that's what I could do. And enjoy Wisconsin just as much as you enjoy Tahiti. Because you enjoying him.
Mm.
And to know wherever you at, wherever you are, and you together, that's all she counts. My brother told me a long time ago, I took this young lady out of town, a neighborly town, maybe Wisconsin, Michigan, somewhere up there. And I took her out of town. And when I tell you, she was gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. And I probably had the worst encounter in my whole dating experience. Nothing was said on the ride there, no laughing, no talking. It was supposed to be a 3-day trip. I brought her back the next day. It was because she didn't know how to be a friend. She didn't know how to just laugh and talk. She kept on talking about her and what she wanted in a man. And how you going to get it, baby? And we only talking about you.
Mm.
If we just would have went down there to fish, have some fun, go eat, I would have learned stuff about you. You didn't have to tell me about you. And then vice versa. You going to learn about me. I don't have to put down a list of things, what I am and what I'm not. Because what I am to the last person and what I was to the last person, what I was to them. People change when they want something. You'll do something a little bit different. Maybe I will get up and jog if you're worth jogging for. And it can help me. That other person couldn't convince me. She couldn't get my ego. She couldn't feed my ego. So I just think things changes. You got to be able to go along with the change. You got to know how to feed a man's ego. And I'm saying all this because you asked me from a man perspective. Mm-hmm. But in the same voice, I also want to say a man has to learn these things about a woman as well. But no, we don't pay attention as much as we paid attention before 50. That you don't have that same attention, you don't have that same man anymore.
Okay. We're
not just willing and eager to go jump. Because again, when they say, I used to think when they say you can't teach your old dog new tricks, I used to say, why can't you teach your old dog new tricks? It ain't that you can't teach them, we're not willing to learn it. I'm not doing all that for that little bone you're going to give me at the end. I'm cool.
Because you know now what the reward
is. Right. I know what the reward is.
Oh, okay.
So that same little thing that you led me along and dangled in front of me, that ain't doing it no more, sweetie. And I know that. And I'm willing to tell you that. I wasn't willing to tell you between 16 and 40.
Right.
Because I always thought it was going to be something different.
Right.
But now I know what the prize is. That's it. That's what I'm getting.
I ain't jumping that high. Thank you.
Right.
I ain't doing that trick. It ain't
right, exactly.
I've had that ball. Thank you.
Right, exactly. Right.
Oh.
Even when you dress up and say, "But this is a different bone here. This bone got years of bone." Yep, that's what it is, Mel. It's a bone. So now I know what you mean by you can't teach old dog new tricks. It ain't that you can't teach them, it's just that we're not interested in learning at this stage of our life. Wow. We want what we want, and that don't mean that it's not you. It just may not be you all the time. Mm. And if you could relate to that, maybe down the line it will be all you, because it do get to a point where we do press a subtle button and we just chill out and say, hey, I'm staying over in the right lane. I ain't going over that left lane too fast for me. I'm gonna get ran over. It's do come a time we know we can't cross the highway. We know we can't even put our blinkers on. We can't even change lane. It do become a time.
Oh, so now you get to come back to me when you 90, don't have nothing left in the tank, and I'm supposed to be like, ooh.
Absolutely. You supposed to be, if you were smart, you're supposed to be lonely with the ride in the right lane with me. So you would have felt all the stuff I was feeling. We could laugh and talk about it when we were 70 and 80. Boy, you remember you done that goofy and you thought I was going. We could laugh and talk about it. That's friends.
Friends.
So stop trying to be somebody's woman and be my friend.
Ooh. On that note, ladies and gents, we go in that one. Stop trying to be somebody's woman and be their friend.
And let alone a wife. Try just being a friend. Then my woman.
And maybe you'll get to be. Mama.
At that point, you ain't gonna want to be because you're gonna find out that it ain't all what it's cracked up to be. Now I got to worry about sorting out this with my kids and sorting out that with now y'all came to realization, hey, this going to my kids, this going here, this going there. Hey, friends, stop putting all this wife stuff and all this. Just enjoy life. Put the labels up, please.
Labels away. Enjoy, have fun, live, laugh, and love. I think he said earlier. So on that note, guys, please leave your comments and suggestions. I apologize for laughing, but I tell you, when I get to talking with G, he just cracks me up.
They laughing too because they know deep down inside that they didn't push the man too far. Serial killers, y'all serial killers. No, I'm just joking. Y'all been doing this for ages. Jump, 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 jump. Just down at the bottom. Jump, jump, jump. We ain't jumping no more. We walking down. Matter of fact, we ain't coming down. Send me 2 women up.
Oh, I gotta go. My goodness. All right, guys, subscribe, notifications. You know the drill. Thanks for listening. This is D-Love. Wishing you peace and D-Love.